across this season is done very poetically. Maybe I'm looking too far into this, or maybe it was their intention. I'll explain further throughout the episode. Alex questions Kayla as to why she is working with Bobby Trey, and he tells her that she was right about Luz. He reminds her that Bobby Trey killed a woman who died in his arms, and how Bobby Trey is a psycho. She tells him if she wasn't working with that psycho, he wouldn't be alive. The woman dying in his arms will come as a poetic parallel later on in the episode. We meet Lance Duran's best friend, who is about to get married. It's interesting that they made his best friend black. He is also the one who has shown the most empathy, although he played a huge part in the child trafficking. We see how Lance sees Alex as beneath him, so he has to see his best friend as beneath him. But without his best friend, things wouldn't be how they are today. We see that Luz didn't kill the judge's son, although she made it seem like he knew everything. But in this episode, we see that he didn't know everything. Luz used him to lead Alex and the detectives to the past and the present targets, and also why she is targeting them. Bobby Trey finds Felicia, and Kayla confronts her. She looks exactly like Kayla, which is a symbol for Kayla being more like Felicia than she thinks. I don't think we saw Felicia in season 1, but I can't remember if she was in it. I feel like if she was, they should have shown it in the beginning recap. Kayla lets Felicia know that Mastermind is cleaning house to cover up the experiment, which includes her. Felicia let Kayla know that she is not as innocent as she thinks, and that she knew what was going on, but tried to pretend. Felicia said that Kayla would do anything just to get a pat on the back, which we see that trait in her interaction with Alex. Felicia said that Mastermind handpicked her for that reason. There was also a painting hung up in the crate that Kayla was holding Felicia in. The picture was also present in the room when Felicia was with the soldiers. Felicia stating that it was present to get people to remember their trauma and associate the picture with trauma. And they flash back to Kayla, remembering looking at the picture as the door to the room closed. Her own trauma of knowing that she knew what was going on and stood idly by. In the flashbacks, we also see Kayla seeing a soldier walk out of the room disheveled and in pain. We find out Bobby Trey was in the service and got discarded, which is why he felt such a strong pain to what was being done to the soldiers in the experiment, and also why he went down a path of murder for hire. He wanted to be the good guy, but what happened to him and what he saw changed. My first thought in earlier episodes was that he or his father were in the service, which is why he had that reaction to what was happening with the soldiers in the experiment. But since they never stated he was in the service, I assumed that that couldn't be the reason, although it was. I don't know how Kayla or Alex wouldn't have known that though. I feel like the writers and creator wanted to give him a villain origin story, which is important and needed for his character. I like his character arc and how we see him evolving and where he came from. My love and infinity for Bobby Trey grows every episode, and I think that is what they are trying to do. Show him as a complex individual, almost something like Luz. Elle tells Alex she can't keep coming to the house because it hurts her too much, and she can't move on. She needs to forgive him already, so we can move on from Kayla. Alex meets with John's partner's old professor. I need to start using her name, but they rarely say it. They don't say it as much as they say Lance Durand. The professor lets Alex know the story of a woman who had to basically do a Mortal Kombat type defeat of the enemies in order to get a chance to take down the head, which is what Luz is doing, almost like she is reborn again as the woman from the urban legend or myth. Kayla comes back for Felicia so she can get her to tell her where the original video is. Felicia said the mastermind profiled Kayla to the T. Kayla tells Felicia that she is about to give her the drug that Felicia gave to the soldiers during the experiment. Felicia becomes extremely fearful and panics, knowing what the drug does to the human brain. Felicia gives Kayla a location to where she can find the information. Kayla leaves without giving her the drug and tells her if the information is not legit, she will come back. As Kayla was leaving, Felicia let her know that she is no better than them, those who participated in administrating the experiment. I'm sure we are going to find out that that wasn't the actual drug, and Kayla is going to allude to the fact that she is nothing like them. Them being the mastermind and Felicia. John and his partner find the guy who TK shot. John's mother insists that she doesn't know TK after John showed her a picture of him, but she clearly does. John doesn't seem like he fully believes her. I still think it is his father, maybe brother. I don't know why the mom would protect his dad, though. It could also be her brother, or someone who she doesn't want to tell on. Although it could simply just be fear, or maybe he threatened to hurt her or someone she loves. Or he could have threatened to expose something she did in the past. Alex and his team figure out the order based on the professor's information. Although Kayla's boss tried to get him off the case, and Alex's boss wasn't having it. Lance Durand's best friend is next. He is the reason that Lance had the idea to use kids in the first place, making him the architect. There are only 3 more people on the list, including Lance and his bodyguard. Alex and his team rush to the wedding that Lance convinced him to have after Alex suggested against it. Lance thinks he is invincible. I never understood in movies or shows why the vigilante waits to kill the person they want most. Cut off the head first, and then worry about everybody else later. In this case, I think she wants to provoke some fear in Lance. She obviously is going by her order as well based on her cards and the urban legend. I loved the wedding dancers. It reminded me of Coming to America. Lance Durand's best man's speech was really weird. The wife seemed as if she felt the same way but grinned and bared it, as many usually do, especially when the person is powerful and wealthy. Luz posed as one of the dancers and slit Lance Durand's best friend's throat on the dance floor. Donnie was there to let off a shot, so Luz could get a chance to cut the best friend's fingers off. Luz looked Lance in the eyes before she walked away, after killing his best friend and cutting off his fingers. We see a small glimpse of fear at that moment. Lance Durand clearly only cares for himself, or he would have told the best friend to postpone the wedding. When the groom gets killed, you see the wife lying on the floor, covered in her husband's blood. Alex looks over at her and sees himself, being that his wife died similarly. Him seeing the pain that it's causing, being that it not only affects the person being killed, but those around them. Maybe it could lead him to deflect on the pain Elle has been feeling. Donnie shoots the guy in the head who gave Alex the information about the judge's son at the beginning. I think they knew the detectives were coming, because Donnie was positioned to snipe anybody who got in Lou's way to get away. And he was right. He didn't need both arms to do that. After Lou's suggested they change or postpone the plans after he got hurt. This is the second best episode so far.